I feel the same way about you. Thanks for being here, everybody. Have a seat. That's a wonderful, wonderful energy in this room. I'll explain later to the people at home what's happening here. So here's what I want to talk about today. Naked people. Yeah. Oh, Grandpa just woke up. Hey, Grandpa. So this restaurant opened up in Paris that was the world's first all-nude restaurant. Have you heard about this? Okay, so all the diners were naked, and now I'm sad to report it's closing. Apparently, people have spoken, and they say no to the wee-wee. It was one of those pop-up restaurants that... So, I like when you're ahead of me. I like that. The restaurant was called Au Naturel, which I believe is French for, where's my underwear? The motto was, no shoes, no shirt, this way. I can't believe this actually existed. I could make a lot of jokes about it, but I'm not. Like I could make a joke like it gives a whole new meaning to stiffing your waiter. Or everything was great until someone yelled, that's not a baguette. Or something about being allergic to nuts, but I'm not gonna make those jokes. I won't do it. Thank you. I won't stoop that low. I won't do it. Because I just want to ask some questions, really. First of all, why? And then, how come? And then, really? I mean, imagine eating in a restaurant completely naked. I mean, what if you spill soup? Or what if you drop a knife? Or what if you have to watch other people eat naked? These are actual photographs of people in the restaurant dining. There. There is not enough wine in the world to get me in there. And I enjoy wine, but that is... Here's another table of pals just hanging out, naked. Yep. Too much hanging out, I say. And this actually shocked me because I didn't know he went to Paris, but Andy, when did you go there? Was it chilly in there? Or is that what you told people?
All right.
I did have a good idea, though. I say that they should have opened it next to one of those fancy restaurants that requires a jacket and a tie, because then the people going in to eat naked could have handed their clothes over to the people that need a tie and jacket. It's a win-win for everybody. Call me old-fashioned, but I don't need gimmicks like that. I need a restaurant with good food, unlimited breadsticks and pants. That's what I want. I don't need a bank with a coffee shop inside. I don't need a movie theater with a full bar. Hold on, I do. I want that. The good news is if you're into naked dining, the restaurant is still open until February, so you have time to sit on your buns and eat a croissant.
Hi guys, welcome to my new show, The Makeup. As many of you know, I've been in the beauty industry for years now, and like y'all, I am beauty obsessed. Like, if getting your PhD in beauty existed, I'd have it already. I've devoted my life and my paycheck to this industry, so in this series, I'm gonna do the heavy lifting for y'all by taking a deep dive into beauty products to learn about the buzzy it ingredients, because we all wanna know what we're putting on our face and our hair, right? I'll be your guide through the journey, kinda like Bill Nye. In our first episode, we'll be taking an acid trip. No, Mom, not that kind of acid. A hyaluronic acid trip. Many of you know HA because it's touted as a dry skin, wrinkle plumping savior that's in practically every serum or moisturizer known to man. HA works its magic by essentially pulling water from the environment in order to hydrate our skin. It's a naturally occurring sugar that's actually made to moisturize. Scientifically speaking, it's a glycosaminoglycan, say that 5 times fast, which is a fancy way of saying it's a substance that's really good at holding onto water. 1,000 times its weight in water, in fact. Which is why the cosmetics industry and beauty obsessies like us love it. You'll often find it listed on product labels, though, in the form of sodium hyaluronate, HA's more easily absorbed cosmetic cousin. It's actually a jelly-like substance that acts as a lubricant for our skin, eyes, hair, and joints. Fun fact, 50% of our body's HA supply is actually in our skin. But as we age, our HA levels redistribute within our bodies. So we can try to help level the playing field a little bit by applying it topically to superficially plump our skin and smooth out those lines. In short, this molecule is strong as hell, and it's not just there for moisture, it's even used in certain lip fillers. In our beauty products, hyaluronic acid is typically watery in texture, and you'll want to lock in its humectant properties by applying it to damp skin and then adding a thicker cream or oil on top. Who can benefit from using it? All skin types, even oily and acne prone, but especially if you're dry or dehydrated, basically anyone who's looking to boost their skin's moisture levels. Now, nothing's perfect except for Charlie Hunnam, but something a lot of people fail to realize is that if you live in a dry climate, using HA can actually dry out your skin even further, because if there isn't enough humidity in the air for the hyaluronic acid to pull from, it might instead pull that moisture from your skin, thus drying you out. So that's hyaluronic acid, folks. Did you like that trip? I did. Guys, if you have any other products or ingredients you want us to research so that we can teach you all about them, put it in the comment section below. I could do this all day long, and I know some of you could too. Also, if you have any tips about hyaluronic acid, I want to hear them. Put them in the comments. And as always, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Kirby Johnson and on Facebook at Kirby Johnson TV. See you next time.
Hi everyone, my name is Anne.
And I'm Ryan.
And welcome to our Rent Control Sweet Digs. Before you come in, subscribe below. Alright, come on in. So we live in the East Village with our cat Jordy, and we pay $2,500 a month, which we think is a really good price because it's rent controlled, so we're paying a couple $100 below market price, and we know that our rent wouldn't increase dramatically in the next few years.
One thing that we loved about this apartment was the sheer size of it. We saw a couple apartments in the East Village where I wasn't able to sit on the toilet, so that was a non-starter. This is our kitchen. We love to eat, so we love to cook. Our favorite thing that we made so far was an ossobuco that we had for our dinner party last week. Our breakfast nook is really nice because it gets a lot of natural light since it faces the south.
And it's also a nice place to slow down and eat breakfast together when we can. This is our bathroom. This is where we keep most of our plants and flowers because Jordy, our cat, likes to eat them and he doesn't really have access to the bathroom. I made some hanging baskets because I needed extra storage space for all of my stuff, and I just nailed them into the wall. It's not super secure, but hopefully it stays there. Craft is sort of my outlet for staying sane because my job is in technology, which I love, but I stare at a computer all day. There's our dining area.
Having a separate dining space is really great. At our last apartment, there was really no separation between the kitchen and the living room, so it's nice to have a place that Anne and I can eat together at home.
We have people over for dinner. A lot of times we get takeouts, but we recently hosted a big holiday dinner for 10-12 people, and that was really nice. My mom got this hammock for me from Vietnam a couple of years ago.
Anne was like, yeah, it's really sturdy, it's really good, and then I sat down in it, and I weigh a lot more than Anne, obviously, and the whole thing came coming down. And then I put it back up in the stud, and then the next time my friend sat in it and it came down, we made sure to use a stud finder the third time to make sure it doesn't come down anymore.
I sit in it sometimes. Ryan refuses to go anywhere near it.
This is our bedroom. We put the bedroom in the middle between the dining room and the living room because one of the main goals of having a bigger place was to have more people over. So we wanted a bigger living room than we had a bedroom. Being in the middle room, we don't have a lot of air when we sleep, so we have to keep this door open or else it gets too hot in this room. If someone sleeps over, we can see directly at them.
And we like say hi, say goodnight. It's nice. It's like a adult slumber party.
And then also because it's an air mattress and it naturally deflates, sometimes we'll see them end up like tilted with their like leg in the back and in the air. And we have to reinflate it for them because they were too kind not to do it while we were sleeping.
And this is our living room. The most sentimental thing in the apartment is our photo up there. One of our best friends visited from Brazil and took that picture of us. I just think it's such a romantic picture. We're in love with the city, with our life here. It just looks like a scene from a movie, like with the sunset and the skyline, and I think that we'll treasure it everywhere we go. This couch was probably one of the greatest steal in the entire apartment. I bought it secondhand from someone for $100.
I think it's because it's so low. It's really comfy.
Yeah, you kind of just want to melt into it.
My dad and I went to Jersey to pick it up, and the guy actually told us it was like his first couch when he moved out, and he bought it from Chinatown, so we're glad that it's back in Lower Manhattan.
The style of our apartment is influenced by our travels. The most evident part of it is that it's very colorful.
The rug was the biggest steal I think we got from our recent trip to Sevilla. We found this rug was for 50 euros, which is a steal because it's from Morocco. So we were able to like fold up the rug and stuff it in our carry-on luggage. We didn't know how it would go with the rest of the apartment, but
It worked out.
Yeah, it worked out. We met in statistics class in Boston University. The teacher said, okay, now everyone look into your book and like answer this question. I looked over and saw that she didn't have a book, and I smiled. And then I saw her immediately look around her to see if anyone else was free and could work with her.
I was very reluctant because I'm not a morning person at all, even though there was an 11 a.m. class.
She ended up having to work with me, and we ended up talking the whole time.
And we became really good friends who had crushes on each other and even wrote letters to each other when we were away for the summer.
Yeah.
And then we came back and we started dating.
The hardest part to deal with at first was how slanted the apartment is. Before we got the blocks to put on the end of the bed, we could actually feel like we were rolling over in the bed when we were sleeping, which wasn't great. One of my favorite things about the apartment is that we can see the Empire State Building from our living room, and we could see the World Trade Center from our kitchen. And I love that we have so much space so Jordy can run around more.
We think this is the best place that we've lived because we have a lot of space for people to come over, which is the main reason why we moved to this bigger apartment. And I think a home is as much the memories that you create in it as the physical stuff that's in it. And we're at a point in life where our friends can still come over at a moment's notice and just hang out. It just brings us a lot of joy to have people over.
And all of the stuff in it just makes us happy, even the littlest things.
Thank you so much for watching our sweet digs. For more videos, click here.
And to subscribe to Refinery 29, click here.
These are the hottest bombshells right now. This is Elsha Kim, and you're watching Hot on Hollywire. They're beautiful, witty, and you don't want to mess with them. These are the girls of the moment, the bombshells we just can't get enough of. Zendaya. This Disney Channel star has came a long way from her debut show, Shake It Up. Her style is one of a kind, and it shines through whether she's on the red carpet or just hanging with her friends. Starring in hit movies like The Greatest Showman and Spider-Man Homecoming, we have a feeling there will be plenty more of Zendaya to look forward to in the near future. There's no surprise that she's catching the eye of almost everyone that sees her. Ariana Grande. Standing in at only 5 feet tall, Ariana Grande can make heads turn in any room she walks into. She's sweet, but don't be fooled. She's got a little spice to her. Just watch her turn the heat up in her music video, 7 Rings. It'll have you feeling some type of way. That's why she's one bombshell that can't be ignored. Not to mention her over-the-top and hilarious personality. Funny, and beautiful. Maddie Ziegler. This super cool and talented dancer has proven to us that she can work it on and off the floor. She has an amazing personality that shines through her interviews, and her killer fashion sense makes it almost impossible to not fall head over heels for her. But obviously, Maddie would never fall head over heels because have you seen her dance? The girl knows what she's doing. Taylor Swift. This country pop star has made us fall in love over and over with her catchy tunes and breakup songs. Taylor Swift is a fan favorite and a total bombshell. She's always dressed to kill, just like she says in her song, "Darling, I'm a nightmare dressed like a daydream." Don't mess around with Taylor. And we're looking at you, Kanye. So what do you guys think? Who's the hottest bombshell, and did we miss anyone on the list? Let us know and make sure to follow @Hollywire for your celebrity connection.